people accuse me of having a Barack Obama bias. Why? Why do I have it? Okay? Why do I have it? Well, I just decided one day, oh, you know what? Nah, I like that guy. He's the son of a black man. Or he looks better. I like that. Just arbitrarily. What, did he pay me? Is my uncle working on his campaign? No. What does it mean to have a bias when you look at the issues and you look at the two candidates and you like one better than the other? So if Hillary Clinton's running against John McCain in the general election and you're supporting Hillary Clinton, does that mean you have a Hillary Clinton bias? What kind of nonsense is that? I mean, look at the man's speech from yesterday. The more I think about the speech from yesterday, I think the greater it gets in my mind. He had an honest discussion about race in the middle of a presidential contest? Who does that? You have any idea what kind of courage it takes to do that? You leave yourself vulnerable. Ben, I was just talking to Ben